Hi and welcome to Debt Tale. I'm Rebecca Bautista and this video is about the debt snowball. So in this video we'll be going over what is a debt snowball payoff method, what are the steps for it. We'll be going over the spreadsheet from the previous video just so you could see how the snowball would change the debt payments there, a visual representation, so why is it called the debt snowball, and of course pros and cons. So I hope you'll stick around. Alright, so we're going to be going over the debt snowball. Now, the debt snowball method is a debt payoff method that focuses on tackling the smallest balance first. The idea is to give you quicker wins to keep you motivated. Next, we're going to move on to the steps. Step 1. Arrange your debts by balance from smallest to largest. Step 2. Pay minimum payment on all. Quick tip here, you want to make the current minimum monthly payment a fixed payment on all of your loans just to keep it consistent. With credit cards, as you pay off the balance, your monthly minimum payment may fluctuate, but with this method, you want to keep it fixed so that way you have an easier time instead of having to rearrange it. Step 3. The smallest balance debt is your focus. If you can pay extra, apply it to your smallest debt to pay it off faster. Let's say you come into some money. If you want, you can take some extra money and apply it to that smaller loan to pay it off faster. Step 4. Once paid off, roll over its payment to the next smallest loan. So you're going to take the minimum monthly payment from that smallest loan and you're going to attach it and add it to the next one. So for example, if you were paying $50 for the smallest loan and your next loan had a monthly minimum payment of $100, you're going to take that $50, add it to the $100, and now you're paying $150 to that loan. Step 5. Repeat these steps until they're all paid off. Well, if you managed to pay them all off, congrats. What you did was you built momentum by taking the minimum monthly payments and adding them to the next one as you were paying them off, making a bigger and bigger debt payment. All right, welcome back. So here we are on our sample debt spreadsheet, which was made in the previous video. Again, we're using the debt snowball method, so we're only going to be focusing on this principle. So we're going to go to the D column, right click it, and then we're going to hit sort sheet A to Z, and that will make it go from lowest to highest. Give it a second to think, and bam. Now this is the order that we'll be paying. So our first focus is going to be on the ER bill with a monthly payment of $74.73. After that one's paid off, the next one will be scratch pay, student loan 1, Chase, etc. as we go down. Really quickly, what I also like to do, just to help make myself think, is this is going to be our debt snowball payment. Type that in. Next thing I'm going to go is to text wrapping. We'll scoop right there. Just again, keep it pretty. My bottom border, edit, and let it think, and yeah. So here we're going to do two formulas really quick. We're going to do equals. I'm going to select the monthly payment from the ER bill, and then I'm going to hit plus, and then I'm going to add the next one for scratch pay. I hit enter, and that's going to be $196.52. That's what the debt snowball payment is once you pay off the ER bill. Then for the next one, I'm going to do equals, click the previous one, plus, and then I'm going to add the student loan 1 payment, hit enter. And now we have $211.05 are going to be applied, and then you can just scroll down and see how big your debt snowball payment will get as you keep tackling these debts. All right, so I hope that was helpful. All right, so now we're going to talk about why this is called a debt snowball, and the best way I can think about doing that is with some Play-Doh. So visually, what you want to think about is a tiny, small little snowball, and it's like on the top of the hill, and as it's going and gathering and collecting more snow, it's rolling down, eventually you end up with a giant snowball. So that's the whole idea, or the visual representation on why this particular debt method is called the debt snowball. So our ER bill was our smallest loan. That's the one that we're going to be tackling, and it had a monthly payment of $74.73. So we're going to represent that with this. And after that loan is paid off, we're going to take that $74.73, and instead of just spending it elsewhere, with this method, you want to take it and apply it to the next smallest loan, which in our case was scratch pay, and that one had a monthly payment of $121.79. So you take the previous one of $74.73, add it to the $121.79, and we end up with a new payment of $196.52. And if you can't tell, it is bigger, like that. So as we continue paying off our loans, we will be taking over those minimum payments and rolling them into the next one, making a bigger and bigger debt payment snowball. In our case, the biggest debt snowball is $1,783.32. So if we think about it in retrospect, we went from $74.73 to $1,783.32. If you found this so far helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe. Alright, so let's talk about the pros and cons of the debt snowball method. Pro: it helps build motivation because you're seeing progress sooner. What I mean is, by paying off the smallest loan, you knock that one off and you're like, yay, I did it, and then you apply it to the next one. So by focusing on smallest to largest, you're paying them off quicker in that sense, and you get these little wins and you're like, yes, I'm making progress, I'm doing it. 2, it's simple to understand. Again, smallest to largest, that's the rule. Last, the snowball effect, which is taking the previous earmarked monthly payments and applying it to a new loan, makes your debt payment ball bigger, and therefore you're seeing the momentum of bigger and bigger chunks of your balances being tackled. Cons: well, this only works well if you have small balances. If you were a type of person who had a bunch of smaller loans and decided to consolidate it, well then now you have one big balance, and therefore this method wouldn't be for you. Another thing is that you're spending more money in interest. So if you're the type of person who wants to be spending the least amount of money paying back your debt, then this method isn't for you. Well, thanks for staying around. I hope that you found this video really helpful. If there's somebody else out there who you know doesn't know about what the debt snowball is, feel free to share this video. And until next time, have a good one. Bye.